All right. Uh, today's about tangent and then tangent of an angle. Let's say theta. And then we're talking about this trigonometric quantity tangent. There's also another one, three other ones, but most of times high school books cover only tangent, sine, and cosine. There's also cotangent. We're not going to talk about that. So sine and cotangent, and then there's also always angle coming with these quantities, which in this case we call it theta. Could be anything. Tan of theta. Sometimes you might see it tan of alpha, or tan of beta, or tan of x, or tan of whatever, p, something. So all of these, they're just an angle, variable for an angle. Sometimes they put it into parentheses like that, sometimes by itself alone. But most of the time you see just a number like tan of 20 degrees. So theta is here 20 degrees, or x is here 20 degrees. So this part of this tan, this stands for an angle. And then when we're talking about tan, sine, or cosine, they are related to a right triangle. And they gives us information about ratios of these segments. This is called leg. This is another leg of a right triangle. See, I put 90 degrees here. The sine, tangent, and sine, cosine, and tangent is always is related to a right triangle. It has a 90 degrees, 90 degree. If it's a different kind of triangle, like if it's a different kind, this kind of triangle, isosceles triangle, scalene triangle. The scalene triangle is triangle that none of these segments are same size. They're different sides. Isosceles triangle is triangle that the two sides are same. And equilateral triangles, all three sides are same. So none of these you can use them for this purpose. So only right triangle, right? And then these are legs, and this is hypotenuse. And then let's label them A, B, and C, right? And get rid of this whole thing now. ABC. Now, when we say tangent of an angle, and I'm going to label one of these, either this angle or that angle. So I can label this angle, for example, to be theta. So when I say tan of theta means, tan means opposite divided by adjacent. Opposite divided by adjacent. What is opposite? Opposite of theta, which is that segment, which is BC. And then adjacent of theta, which is this leg. So it's about these two legs, not hypotenuse. These two legs when it comes to tangent. So adjacent is what? AB. Basically, tan of theta means ratio of BC to AB. It gives us ratio of the segment to the segment, and that's it. Now, for example, let's say we have a triangle like this, and angle is given. For example, this is 45 degrees. For example, this is 45 degrees, that's 90 degrees. And they ask, this is, for example, 10. How much is this one? X. Unknown. So you're going to set up this equation. Opposite over adjacent. Basically, it's opposite. In this case, we don't have A, B, or C. Opposite over adjacent. So you can say tan of 45 degrees is equal to opposite, which is what? 10. Over adjacent, which is x. You solve this. Tan of 45, use calculator. Tan of 45 is 1. So 1 equal to 10 over x. So cross multiply, you can find x. 1 times x, 1 times 10, 10x equal to 10. So that's how you find it. It doesn't matter what this angle is. Whatever this angle is, you can use calculator to find tangent of that angle. It could be tan of 20 degrees, tan of 19 degrees, tan of 49 degrees, whatever it is. Use calculator to find this quantity. And then write this ratio and then solve for unknown. Cool. So That's about it. And then one more lesson besides this, sometimes they give you these ratios. Sometimes they give you this one, this leg, opposite. Sometimes they give you this one also. Both of these is given, and they're asking what is the angle, like this case. So you have this triangle, and then this is 90 degrees. This is given, it's 2. This is given, it's 5. They're asking how much is this angle. I'm going to label this alpha. So I know that tan of alpha, this angle, is equal to opposite or adjacent. Opposite of what? Opposite is 2. That's the segment. Do I adjacent? Adjacent is 5. So I need to find alpha. To find alpha here, there's a formula that you're going to use this. Alpha is equal to inverse tan of 2/5. Inverse tan is, you can use calculator to find inverse tan. So you're going to put 2/5 inside your calculator and find inverse tan of 2/5. So you have this in your calculator, inverse tan. And then that's going to give you the alpha, whatever the number is. So let's try this with your calculator. So 2/5, right? 2 divided by 5. First, you're going to do 2 divided by 5 is equal to 0.4, right? And then you're going to search for inverse tan, or sometimes they show it as arctan. All right, I don't see it in this calculator. So anyway, that's how you do on your calculator.